Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Mad as a Goat. Today I thought it would be a little bit fun, maybe a little bit insightful, give you a little bit of background information on why it is that this guy exists and why I can just go on the internet and voice the most unpopular or popular opinions and kind of do it in a way that suggests that I just don't give a shit in general. Basically because that's what it is. I don't give a shit in general. To be completely honest with you, I spend 80% of my life indoors, usually on the computer or watching TV. Don't bother going out anywhere, don't bother making friends. It all becomes crap. Or as far as that's my experience with it. And, you always end up, or at least for me, getting either moved aside or just called a fucking loser to the point where you're just like, well, that's just a completely utter waste of time. And you just stop caring about any of that shit. A lot of people say, oh, don't you want a girlfriend and life, family. It's not gonna happen, people. Let's be fucking real. I'm gonna be one of those people who at best lives in a little modest house, who sits inside on his weekends and free time watching TV and playing on his computer, and I'll probably just work a remedial job that barely lets me be able to have the luxuries of living indoors and shit like that. I'm not looking at anything bright across my horizon. Everything I try to do ends up getting fucked. So you just go fuck it. A lot of people have aspirations of making a lot of money, being famous, all the usual stuff people aim for. I'm basically aiming right for the middle. In the middle. No one knows you, no one cares. You're just that guy who goes to and from work and goes to his house and doesn't bother anyone. And that's basically what I do. I go to work, I do the job, I walk home, and I don't bother anyone. I don't talk to anyone. I'm not the kind of person who's going to walk past you on the street and stop and have a, chat for a while. It isn't going to happen. In fact, some people have described talking to me like pulling teeth. I either talk like a motor mouth because I don't want to, piss anyone off. I don't want to deal with anyone being offended, so when they try to get me to talk, I just talk a lot. Or if it's not asked for, if I walk into a place and no one talks to me, I'll just fucking sit there and do nothing. Stare at the fucking ground until, it's not rude for me to leave now, see ya. A lot of people would call this all sorts of things. I call it just complete passive. I don't feel bad about anything, I don't feel sad about anything, I'm just very passive to it. Nothing really affects me in any real way anymore, I enjoy listening to music and doing all this, and even with these Mad as a Goat videos, it's really just something to do, because when you're going to spend like a minimum of 9 hours a day indoors doing, just watching TV and playing on your computer, you got to find something that breaks up the monotony of that. That's why I got the guitars and the drums. You're going to be inside, you just got to break it up so you're not just doing the one task for the whole duration. I'm not a kind of person who can just watch TV for 8 hours, I've got to get up every couple of hours or hour and a half and do any old shit. Going outside and meeting people, to me, just feels pointless and frivolous, just from experience. There's two types of reaction that I'm going to elicit. Oh, that guy doesn't talk much and just stands there, whatever, goodbye. Or he talks too much and he's a fucking dickhead. And that's basically it. If I voice my opinion, I'm a fucking dickhead. If I don't say anything, I'm an antisocial cunt. There's no way to win for me to, be liked or popular. So, at first realising that when I was quite a bit younger, I was about 14 when I realised that's what it was. It did, upset me a little bit, but, more than 10 years of that, 10 years of that basically, you become passive. That's what inspired that whole video from yesterday. Call me a dickhead, I don't care. I know you don't want to be, cool with me. I know no one wants to be cool with me. I don't give a fuck. I'm sick of bothering with people. Too much crap. You say a joke and they take it serious, you get serious and they call it a joke. I'll say something completely outlandish and retarded and people go, oh, he fully believes that, what a dickhead. And then I tell people honestly that I'm most likely smoking or drinking myself to death and they're like, oh yeah, whatever. The hilarity of how much you just brush that off and just miss the point of what's actually going on completely. I make fucking rap songs where I'll say a bunch of horse shit and I'll always eventually get to the topic of suicide and everyone goes, but he's just a dickhead. Maybe one day I do kill myself. Does that prove a point? No. But I don't care. Oh, I'd be sad. I don't care. I know it's fake, I know it's bullcrap, I know no one actually gives a shit about anyone apart from themselves. I know that, that's how I see the world, and I'm not trying to do anything apart from whatever the fuck I want to do. If you don't like my videos, good. To be honest, if one person watched my video, I wouldn't only be surprised, but I'd be kinda grateful. And if no one watches them, well, then that's exactly what I expected. I've had comments in the past, oh, you don't get many views. Of course I don't get many views. Who's going to want to listen to a guy who has no social experience, no real understanding of how people work outside of what he's seen or come into contact with via schooling or work? I don't really care. And it does make it difficult to make videos and songs. That's why people go, why do you do it? You have to have something there, that is not just crap. Everything else is usually shit. It always ends up crappy. I got my videos and my music that I make and the music I listen to. I got my little things that distract me from the fact that for the most part it's going to be shitty. People are going to think I'm a dickhead and then they're going to move on. And one day I will be left completely on my own. So of course I do these stupid videos and these retarded songs, because if I don't, I'm just sitting there dwelling on that fact all day. Just sitting there thinking about that. It's not a nice thing to think about. It's horribly pessimistic and negative. And so you have to do other things. That's why I can honestly say it's not mad as a goat to get attention. It's just mad as a goat for something other than the crap, or to have a place where I can voice my opinion. So when someone wants to hear about it, I'll just direct them to the video. It's all there. Everything I got to say is on this channel. And, anything that's not here that I've got to say, you probably don't give a shit about anyway. So, it's complete passivity and just, I don't give a crap, in general, about pretty much anything. If I'm not doing it, I don't give a shit, And it does cause problems, because I'm basically constantly getting fucked by someone, somewhere, doing something to me. Fucking me over, messing me about, fucking me around, people don't respect you if you're not an outlandish prick going around taking everything. I don't want to take everything. I feel bad when I, do things, it's to better yourself though. I don't want to better myself at someone else's expense. If I'm completely honest, it's too much guilt for me. I'm not going to stab someone in the back so I can get a few more dollars. And I'm not going to deal with people who just want to shit on me. Am I going to retaliate to them in person? It's pointless. I remember this from high school. If you're a one-person army, you're on your own. And don't put your hand out. Don't expect help. It's pointless. You're on your own. Learn to be on your own. Learn how to survive on your own. Because That's what it's going to be. Completely on my own. And that's probably something that sounds really dark to you, but it's just truthful to me. It's the truth. It sucks. It'd be nice to have all those other things that other people have, but I'm obviously not equipped to grab those things, or not shifty enough to do that. I don't know. It's just an opinion, just a way of looking at it. Could be completely wrong, might be 100% accurate. I'm so passive I don't even give a shit about the actual answer. I've found my lump in life and I'm just dealing with it. And that's why I can't deal with people just being dickheads, getting upset about what I'm doing. What, you got a problem with what I'm doing? Give me another idea of what to do. Oh, you make dumb videos. Yeah, what else am I going to do? What else? What, I'm sorry, I can't hear what you're saying. Because you don't have an answer. What, we're going to hang out? No, we're not going to hang out. And when we do hang out, you'll get bored of me being around you and you'll tell me to fuck off at some point. So what the fuck else am I supposed to do? That's really why I make Mad as a Goat. I'm not a part of any team, any sect, not even a part of my own country. I don't feel a part of my own country. I'm on my own. And that's it. People are just going to come and go. They're either going to use me to do every odd job for them, or they're going to be entertained by me for a couple of minutes and then they're going to fuck me off. I know that. Because it's happened time and time and time and time again. Patterns. That's all life is. It's just patterns. You know, some patterns grow and get bigger for some, and for others they just stay small. Yeah. Could come down to intelligence. I might just not be intelligent or knowledgeable enough. Anyway, that was just my opinion on my status and, you know, the way I would explain to people why I do the videos and all that. So, hopefully you found that insightful. Sorry it was a really low-key, kind of just mellow kind of video. Maybe you can't watch it the whole way through and that's fair enough. Yeah, or maybe you can. I don't know. Anyway, Mad as a Goat. Yeah.